Yes, sir. Well, a very good afternoon and welcome to sunny skies over the Clark Oval in Sunbury for FNL's match of the round. An early start today. Let's feel a little bit weird up here in the grandstand. I hope it's not the same for the players. Two evenly matched sides, rank 1 and 2 in scoring in the opening 4 rounds. In fact, in all outcomes to do with scoring, they rank in the top 3, these two sides, except for quarters 1, where Sunbury ranked 6th in the competition, having won 8 of 16. Each point ranking second, only Darley have won more quarters. No Bryson McDougall today, the focal point forward for East Point. He's kicked some 10 goals of their 27 registered last year. Some 37% of all goals in their previous 2 meets that saw East Point win both of those games relatively comfortably, more to the point. So we're not far off a start here. 74-point win to Sunbury in the reserves. Geordie Johnson will assume a forward role in the absence of McDougall. Slight breeze going to the left of screen, and that's favouring the East Point end in this opening term. So Jake Egan will start in the middle for Sunbury, full of confidence after a 5-goal haul last week against Ballarat. Play gets underway, and an early start here at the Clark Oval. First tap won by Polsky. Off half forward came Sutton, got the first disposal of the game. By the hand pass out to Power, who went towards half forward out the direction of Land. But a cruel bounce set up there for Cook into the side today. As they combined by hand, Land got it back there towards Parker, who sent the ball forward. Rodamaronis went to ground, opened the door for Egan, who fired the hand pass out to McLean. And the kick's been marked in front. A shot on goal imminent here for Sunbury. And a chance to open the scoring in the hands of Newitt. And what a great start it'll be for the Lions, who I've tipped today. I think they'll buck the trend of recent success of East Point over Sunbury and get it done here on their home deck. So it'll be Newitt to open the scoring here at the Clark Oval. Near directly in front, 15 metres out from goal. And the Lions get the opener here at the Clark Oval. Some half a dozen or so get to Newitt, who's playing forward today. And what an ominous front six Sunbury have that East Point will need to curtail this afternoon. So Jacob Brown starting forward for East Point. Just a shame the Kangas don't have 2 of him, because ideally they would like him back, given the strength of Sunbury's front half. They've had 1 more scoring shot than East Point. Make that 2 this year. Back at the restart. And Polsky won that tap. It's 2 out of 2. Handball, there'll be a ball up. Decent crowd in attendance here. Sunbury fully stacked with Cameron back in the side. And Polsky again won the tap. Matty Johnson swarmed by Lions. Lucky of the humankind, so no damage to the reigning Henderson medalist. So Van Meel and Polsky, neither ruckman could gain any advantage. Rodamaronis, ground ball gather, find it out in the direction of Slater, who gathered, find the hand pass out to Merritt, normally good by foot, didn't let me down, and found Jeffrey on outer side centre wing, can chip it over the top. They got the overlap to Molan, who looked to square the ball and found Johnson. Barely went the required, but so far away from us here in the grandstand. Depth perception can be sometimes a challenge as he goes short. Back to Molan. So just linking up well here, East Point, but giving Sunbury a chance to get numbers behind the ball. So they're forced to go short again to Johnson, who sends the ball forward. Gallant takes a juggling mark in front of Lavery. And we'll get the Lions out of trouble momentarily on this big ground here. Sun-kissed Clark Oval. Gee, we've been blessed with weather in the opening 5 rounds. Beyond the defensive 50, the Gallant kick goes. Ground level, Slater couldn't gather. He's a long way home from his usual defensive post. As he gets back into his own paddock, like a bull trying to jump the fence and have a moment with a couple of spare cows. Chance for Parker. Release the ball. And holding the ball, said the umpire, they were off there each point. They could have been afforded the advantage, but no. So the right foot kick into East Point's forward pocket off the hands of a typically disciplined Riley to the safety of the boundary line for a throw in. So Sunbury with the only goal of the opening 3 minutes through Newitt. Boundary throw in. Each looking for an early response. Tap one by Lavery, a likely type through traffic. Went Johnson, fired the hand pass out only as far as Guthrie. Tumbling kick came broadcast side. Found its way into the Sunbury coach's box for a boundary throw-in. Decent crowd in attendance. You can hear the boombox in the background. That's the Sunbury Reserve still celebrating their big win over East Point. Of course, no under 18s today. Free kick will go to Polsky, who started well this season. Played on. Now went to Guthrie. He got it over there towards Miller, who combined with Cook and the overlap, as they so often do here at the Clark Oval. Lever got on the end of it, sent the ball to out of half forward. Now Gallant's pushed up, got the support from Cook, stolen there by Lavery. He's covered some ground. Rebound kick's been intercepted. Chance here for the Lions. Squaring kick. Went beyond the hands of Sutton. Ground ball opportunity. Shark there by Cook. 2 in the opening 5 minutes to Sunbury. Sunbury fans up and about early. I'm not talking about the time. You know, just 5 minutes into a 1:15 game. So Newitt and Cook, not real notable goal kickers for Sunbury, given previous reliance on Sutton, McLean, and the new addition of Johnson into the side. So that's even more encouraging for Sunbury. So the perfect start. Sunbury lead 12, East Point no score, opening 5 minutes. Ripper day for footy. Normally a 2 or 3 goal breeze here at Sunbury, but not today. Tap one by Van Meel. Johnson grabbed the ricochet, went with a high up and under towards half forward. Lever and the newcomer Hiscock went the spoil, and Lever's caught one high. He'll take the resultant free kick. So Lever, normally trusty with the left boot, especially in an uncontested scenario. He'll go from half back towards half forward. Romerell went to ground, ricocheted off the thigh with the half volley, landed fortuitously into the hands of Thompson, who sent the ball straight back to Lever, where he had the previous kick, and he went short and hit up Power, who ran through the middle of the ground onto the right boot. Won't get inside 50 to get to half forward. Romerell was held. Umpire call, play on. Chance for land. Ran to 35. Shot on goal. Went across the face. McLean with the forward pressure. Did enough to get it over the line for a boundary throw-in. Tick over 6 minutes gone, opening term. Sunbury through Newitt and Cook with the 2 goals. Throw in. Johnson at the back, give it to Van Meel. Good pressure from the Lions. Land tried to feed the hair pass out to Cook. Onto the left, across the body. It's good. Ominous signs. Sunbury off to a flyer here. 3 unanswered goals in the opening 7 minutes. And they've got some early separation. Cook has 2 goals. As Jacob Brown wanders back inside. East Point's forward 50, looking a little despondent. So, in the absence of McDougall and the scoreboard pressure of Sunbury, will put pressure on Joe Carmody in his camp early in this game. Centre clearance, all important for East Point. So Eels will contest. Tap one by Van Meel. Foot race on. Rodder Moronis leads into the race to the ball. Will it sit for him? He's forced to go to ground. He'll get an over the shoulder free kick. He's had a few touches early. Plays on, gave it to Jones. Lowered the eyes, went short. Kick barely went the required. The umpires paid the mark. Will go to Van Meel. He went out into the pocket. Off hands, the hands of Johnson, and over the line for a boundary throw. In fact, it was Cairns. It's bigger than I thought, Cairns. 8 minutes gone, opening term here. Sunbury 18, lead East Point, no score. East Point have the ball where they want it for a response, albeit one of three required. Tap one of the back by Lavery. Shark there by Newitt. Pressure from Brown was good. On Cameron. There'll be a ball up. So good to see Cameron back into the Sunbury lineup today after some time off with a facial injury sustained in the practice match against Gisborne. And what run and carry he adds to the side. Gee, the twos are on the crownies here at Sunbury. Oh, reckon they just won a Melbourne Cup. Boundary throw in. Ground ball, Johnson. Speak of Matty. Held up by Cameron. Doesn't also players around the foot. He's going to make it difficult for East Point to extricate here. They'll need to be clever and clean. But it's Sunbury who win possession. Johnson dives on the footy. McLean with the pressure. Another stoppage. So we'll give you some update scores from around the BFNL after half-time, given the early start here at the Clark Oval today. Ball up. That one by Lavery. Hurry kick out of the congestion. For Sunbury went in the Egan direction. Did all but keep it in, really. Going to be a throw in. Half forward for East Point. Boundary throw in. Of course, East Point have won 20 of their 24 games under Joe Carmody. Guthrie got a little how do you do from Billy Jones. Was enough to get it over the line. So it'll be Polsky and Van Meel to contest this ruck duel. And Polsky protected the space, but Cairns did the gathering under pressure. Kick across the body, sport by Lever. Parker's tap forward was good to Miller, who got it to Doyle. Left foot kick towards half forward. Sutton presented. Took a nice mark in front of Slater. Right in the middle of the ground. He's got Guthrie on centre wing. If he can get it to him, and he will, he can get an overlap here, but he'll have to go to the big fella if he wants it. And he ignores that and goes the longer option. Players set themselves. Egan couldn't take the mark. Cook got on the end of it, then went to ground, so he's out of the contest. Fraser forced to release the footy. Boundary line beat them all in the end. They can take a breath. 45 metres around from the Sunbury goal. They kick to the town end, or right of screen against the slight breeze, and that hasn't stalled their momentum. They lead by 18 points. East Point yet to score. Throw in. Johnson had front spot. Didn't get a great deal of purchase on the hit out. Hurried kick out of the congestion. Went barely a couple of metres for East Point. Fraser knocked to the ground. And some good defensive pressure there from East Point to square away a stoppage. There'll be a ball up. Geordie Johnson, one of those. So East will be looking for the big guns to impose themselves today. That one by Johnson. Went boundary side. Guthrie and Geordie Johnson see it over for a throw in. So you'd think in the absence of McDougall, Geordie Johnson and Jacob Brown, and even Jeffrey, collective forward, and Johnson doesn't mind resting forward either. Speaking of Matty Johnson, they're going to need 12 goals today between them to get it done. Yeah, 12 goals, I reckon, will be the asking winning score. Egan was pushed out of the congestion and will get one for over the shoulder. The umpires paid the advantage. Somebody got a goal there. So my eyes were fixed on the Egan free kick. Wasn't sure who took that advantage. I'll just have a check it round here with the Sunbury faithful. Who kicked that? Was it? Egan. Well, a few of the Sunbury faithful are kicking up for Jake Egan and his unlikely chances of winning the Tony Lockett medal. They've given it to him. Sunbury get their fourth unanswered. Danger signs for East Point. Sunbury 24, East Point no score. Confidence up for the Lions. Chance for Lavery. Swinging a miss by foot. Newitt gathered, tackled, taken on the ground by Matty Johnson. There'll be a ball up. Pick over 13 minutes gone at the restart. Chance of Matty Johnson, who's starting to get a little bit of the footy, but hasn't really hurt the Lions yet. Went forward, gathered there by Wood, who got onto that trusty left boot and found Guthrie. He loves to provide that hit-up target. And away they go. Right foot came broadcast side. Bouncing ball. It's set up for Gallant. Lux of Fortune. Got it over the top to Muir. Who had to release the footy and got it to Miller. He's got some toe, but some pressure from Roderamus was good. Egan too got a favourable bounce. Went with the left boot out wide towards Sutton. East Point got the numbers here. They should be able to work this out. So Howard, awkwardly, got it over towards Merritt, who went by hand to Hucker. High up and under kick towards outer centre wing. He must have carried the ball out of bounds, did he? Indeed, he has. They'll come back and there'll be a throw-in on half forward out of side for Sunbury. They couldn't have wished for a better start here. At 24, East Point no score. Throw in, and Polsky won the tap, only as far as Kenny, who got ball to boot. Territory gain. Found its way over, one bounce. And over the line for a boundary throw-in. So 70-30 of play, played on the outer side of the ground. Doesn't help us over here in the broadcast position. All the loyal and faithful have paid their hard-earned to get in today. Chance here for McLean. Ridden into the ground there by Kenny. Umpire says lawfully, and there'll be a ball up on true centre wing outer side. So that breeze picking up to the left of screen. So East Point will look to convert. So Thompson, dribbling ball towards half forward, but it's Sunbury's half back again. Now Muir dropped it and pinged by the umpire, the right call. So it'll be Cairns, who goes short. Knocked forward cleverly. High up and under kick there from Hucker to the danger zone. In from the side came Brown. Fight it out by hand. They combine here. Rodamaronis got on the end of it. Went by hand. Back to Cairns. High up and under kick. Thompson was knocked off the footy, and he's going to get the free kick. Well, it was a 50-50 call, but the Kangas will take it. 4 straight 24 Sunbury. The first goal for East Point imminent. We've been playing tick over 18 minutes, and it's Thompson who makes no mistake. To say East Point needed that is an understatement. He gets his first. So that's a 4-1 lead. Oh, it was Johnson, was it? So I'll put the line through Egan. And the big fella Johnson will claim that advantage goal. So, yeah, the former key forward from Marupna, who averaged 4 goals a game in the Goulburn Valley League last year, finished third in the goal kicking, just finding his way the new structure here at Sunbury under Matty White. Ball up, back in the middle, tap one by Lavery, only as far as Cameron, got the clearance, but Billy Jones took a nice mark on half back and played on and went to Brown, who's gone back. Short kick was good and found Molan. So it took Brown the best part of 35 seconds in the back half to get a disposal. So Molan played on and got it to Jones. The kick was good to Thompson. Gave it back to Jones, who kept running out into the pocket. They just weren't on the same page there, East Point. And a stoppage has been squared away. So the big fella, Van Meel, just not reading the intent of Jones. And Geordie Johnson, under the pressure of Cameron, his kick's gone over the line, out of bounds on the full. So time continues to tick away here. So Cameron goes short to Power, who presented just inside the defensive 50 here for Sunbury. They're quite happy to hang on to the ball in their back half. It'll be Riley who'll continue the pattern to the outer side to Gallant. It looks like the old socks up and the shaggy hair, something out of the 80s. He turns the ball over. Rebound opportunity here for East Point. Through hands, clean bowled Lever. Open the door for the youngster there in Hiscock. And he's just missed. Gee, that would have been a real confidence booster for the under-17 PFNL representative from last year. First blemish of the afternoon. So it'll be Hannett and the right boot out the Egan direction. Excellent spoil there from Canny. Found the boundary line over for a throw-in. Somebody out of trouble momentarily outside their 50. See, the ability to kick well on this ground, especially given the size, is a huge asset. Now Johnson in tight, got it to Canny. Went to Slater. Kept the ball going towards Cairns. Squaring kick with the left boot. Fly at the back was the big fella Van Meel. Couldn't gather. Ground ball opportunity. Somebody got number Sue Lever. And the kick from Newitt went into the body of Kenny and ricocheted over the line for a boundary throw-in. Just two players in Sunbury's front half at the moment. Just an example of the congestion in East Point's front half at the moment. Boundary throw-in. Van Meel. Hit it to a danger spot, but it was all Sunbury through Doyle. They got it to Power, who found Lant, and they got the overlap to Johnson. He'll go backwards here, Johnson, with a tricky 45. And he put Muir under the pump. Loose hair pass through the hands of Cook. Good gather there from Doyle. Got it back there towards Muir, who got the handball give there from Power. Kick to broadcast centre wing. Here comes Brown again through traffic. Release the hand to Matty Johnson. Back to Brown. Took on the tackle of Sutton. Hand pass meant for Lavery. Good use of the body there from Gallant, who regained possession. It was tackled, taken to the ground. There'll be a ball up half forward broadcast side for East Point. So Eels with strength won the tap. Geordie Johnson was knocked out of the contest. Wanted a high denied. Guthrie's territory game. Got to half forward. Chance for the East Point defence through Howard to combine with Q. Nolan had to wait under it. Cameron did enough. Ground ball. Guthrie was clean. Got it to Power, who started well. Fired the hand pass out to Cook, who rode the tackle and just waited until he got to Cameron on the merry-go-round, but too long, said the umpire. But Molan will take the free kick. On centre wing, broadcast side, 21 minutes gone, opening term. Right foot kick goes in the Romerall direction. Van Meel wanted the hole, denied. Here's Gallant again. Tackle taken on the ground by Cairns, and there'll be a ball up. So East Point seemingly got over their travel legs in the last 6 or 7 minutes. We're back to a relative even contest despite what the scoreboard suggests. Matty Johnson with another hurried possession forward. Went in the Hiscock direction and was dispossessed over the line for a throw-in. So East will cop one more here to validate time spent in their front half. But Sunbury continue to deny. Tap one by Johnson, went boundary side, found it in the end. We'll get a repeat throw in. So East Point yet to really get some overlap and spread at any real speed at the moment. Sunbury very accountable with them without the footy at this stage. Now Van Meel released the ball. Johnson went low. Tackled there by Egan. And there'll be a ball up 40 metres out from the East Point goal. Johnson just introducing himself to Egan. Tap one by Van Meel. Now Matty Johnson fired the hand pass out to Jones, who went with a high up and under. Won't quite get the accuracy required for a major. It's off to the left and through for a minor score. So they've probably had more time in their front half, East Point. But it's not as efficient as Sunbury going forward at this stage. So it's Gallant in the left back pocket for the Lions. We'll go along the line towards Egan. Went over his head. Was well read there by Geordie Johnson. He can go into the middle of the ground. The kick was okay to Merritt. It was a thumping kick of the footy. Slight breeze behind his back. Let's see how he goes. Gets it to the danger spot. Hiscock to fly. Nearly brought it down the youngster. Ground ball opportunity for Sunbury to clear and do the mopping up through Muir. Right foot kick. Well, Egan made it look better than what it was. It was a sharp, bullet-like kick from Muir. Just asked a bit of Egan. Took a nice little catch in the slips. So, he's kicked smothered there by Geordie Johnson. These two having a good battle. Egan got it back, though, and found Cameron. Geordie Johnson forced to go a second and third effort there, but to no avail. As Wood found Hannett and went short to Power. One of the leading possession winners on the ground in this opening term. He's just bereft of option. Brown likes to set up East Point so well. And out of bounds on the full. So that's well done by the East Point press to put pressure on the kick of Power. You can just see that ball drift away into the breeze. So Jones found Johnson. Look out! Dangerous hand pass. Opportunity here for Sunbury. Now Lamb will sit for him. Well, he elects to go the dribble kick along the ground. Egan obliged, soccer style, back to Lant, who's pushed into the turf. And again, lawfully said the umpire by cue that we a throw in right in front of the East Point coach's box. Who, after being sort of rattled in the 8 or 9 minutes, they've had an encouraging second half of this open term, but it hasn't led to any real impact on the scoreboard where it counts. The tap one by Polsky to Lant, dispossessed. Here go East Point through Molan. We got it towards Johnson. Turnover opportunity for Riley. This could hurt. Sutton and half forward. Knocked off the ball. Hot footy. Slater going back to shovel it out. Opportunity here for Brown. Got rid of the ball. Jones again. Swarmed by Lions. Needs to be quick. Riley ended up somehow with ball in hand. And squared away a stoppage. So some good pressure from the Lions. Denying the top-end talent of East Point a game on their own terms. In fact, it's Sunbury's depth that's really getting it done here today so far, albeit a small sample size of the opening term. Now Slater went to out of centre wing and Riley was happy to see it over the line for a throw, and he's paid deliberate. Tipping if that wasn't asked for, the big fellow Van Meel didn't ask, he wouldn't have got. He goes backwards. Merritt on the line towards half forward. Cameron to do the mopping up. Went boundary side. Onto the left. Strong overhead mark taken there by Jeffrey. Only 2 a mile from his usual post in the front half. Merritt. So they've got it in the right hands. They just need to find an open here. Merritt, more often than not, will find the target. So he lowers the eyes, and the kick was good. It just bounced off the chest of Hiscock. Knocking it out there was Polsky to a 3-on-1 in favour of East Point, but somehow the Lions ended up with it through Power. He got it to Guthrie, and went lateral to McLean and found him. So East Point just not real clean in this opening term. As McLean goes towards centre forward, Brown gathered cleanly. Thank you. Right foot kick to centre wing was good. And that's 50. Yeah, just a bit clumsy from Ampolsky. The East Point player was a little off balance. All he needed was a little nudge, and he got a foot race on in earnest. Right foot kick towards the teeth of goal is off hands and gone out of bounds for a boundary throw in. So, last roll of the dice for East Point in this opening term. Before a timely break. Chance for Carmody to reassess and reinforce the message. Chance here for Hiscock. Had to release. Was hopeful rather than anything else. Land, but went without it. Chance for Q through traffic. Now there's a free kick behind the play. It's going to go Sunbury's way, I think. Will it? So the non-officiating umpire has paid a free kick. I was going to go against McLean by the looks. Just having a guess there. Might be a little harsh on McLean, but he was among a small pack. So Q with ball in hand. Near 29 minutes gone. Goes into the pocket. Romerall went past him. And they'll lob it up against Sunbury through Hannett. Tumbling kick. Bouncing ball back to Q. And he'll send the ball back into attack. So a Pride of Lions led by Lever. Any one of the four could have taken that. He went short to Gallant. Kick would have gone 9 metres. And he went lateral to the outer pocket. The kick was okay. Short kick from Riley was safe. Got it to Miller. So a frustrating last 15 minutes for East Point. Well, they had more of the ball. They weren't clean enough or efficient enough inside their 50 to get scores, as they're so often good at. Chance for Parker. Back towards Miller. Dispossessed and dropping the ball, said the umpire. Going to come back. I thought they were away with the advantage. And again, another moment of uncharacteristic inefficiency there for East Point. They were lucky they and deservedly got it back. They would have been nice to have been off to the races and made the most of that advantage. Right foot kick into the pocket. Geordie Johnson. So a bit of cream rising to the top for a moment here for East Point. And just their second set shot on goal for the term. Tick over 30 minutes gone. So Geordie Johnson. Will have a shot on goal here after the siren. A chance to narrow the margin back to 10 points. And a chance to reassess at the first break. So, loves a goal, Geordie Johnson. Big game player. And he likes it. You can hear the roar from JJ from here. And East Point get their second. And they're within 10 points at quarter time. 2-2-14 East Point. Trail Sunbury 4 goals straight, 24. Let's just take a look at the goal scorers. For Sunbury, the hosts, Cook has 2, and 1 each to Newitt and Johnson. Whilst for East Point, Thompson has 1 and Geordie Johnson 1. So it's a 10-point lead to Sunbury, who looked the real deal this year. And with the injection of Cameron into the side, they're only even more formidable combination to overcome, especially here on the big ground here at Clark Oval. But a break, guys. Sunbury, 4 straight 24 lead. East Point 2-2-14. Back in 5 minutes for the second quarter action here live from the Clark Oval.
Macca's meets the Minecraft universe with the new A Minecraft Movie Meal. Get one of 6 new collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece Chicken McNuggets with new Nether Flame sauce. Feel like a kid again, only at Macca's.
Can't fake a feeling, curtains fall, final over. Rain pouring over me, not long till the flip subsides. Waste no more energy, can't change an outcome. When it changes you fear, get over here. Yeah,
Knocked off the ball there by McMillan. Chance here for Lewis through traffic. Got ball to boot. High up and over King. He's got something out of nothing, the youngster. Harvey Lewis, if you don't mind. Right on cue. Welcome back to the Clark Oval for the second term. Sunbury lead by 10 points, but East have shown a bit of restraint in the back half of that opening term. Chance here for Miller, had it knocked away from him. Now Brown imposes himself on the contest. Sunbury will be made to win this one, but fortunately for Miller, the ball found its way over the line despite Brown like a train going through a crossing. Just not stopping. Boundary throw-in. Sunbury lead by 10 points, opening minute, second term. And they have the breeze. A slight one at that. Volley out of nothing there from Johnson. Went forward. Guthrie will do the sharking. Put Miller under the pump. Intensity's gone up from East Point. As Minute combines with Riley. He too under pressure. Guthrie, tunneling hand pass. And Polsky wasn't on the program. Turnover opportunity. Excellent smother from Miller on the Willems kick. Gathered by Romer, although to the hot spot. Players set themselves. Hannett combines with Gallant. Clearing kick. Territory going to halfback. Tack on the footy was good there by Newitt. He was rewarded with the gather. Chance of power. Combined by hand to Newitt. Oh, good pressure there from Matty Johnson. Lucky to get away with it there, Sunbury, as Hannett links up with Guthrie. And they just continue to chip it around as they so often do here on the Clark Oval. Gathered here by Parker. They went to Doyle. That laconic left foot boot missed the target. Went off hands over the line for a boundary throw-in. So the intent from East Point has gone up. They just didn't get warm early. Boundary throw-in. Van Meel and Polsky with the front spot. Give that tap to Van Meel. Chance for Johnson. High up and under kick towards the attacking 50. Wood one of the hold, and he's opposing number 10, Molan gathered. Gave it to Brown, outside of the right boot. There's a missed opportunity for the Kangas. Through for a minor score. 2-3-15. East Point. Sunbury 4 straight 24. And just on what we've seen in the opening 30 and a bit minutes, it's going to be a real struggle for East Point. It'll be a big win if they can get it done today. So Lever gets plenty on the kick to Johnson at front spot. Could have been an arm chop. Umpire called play on. Miller got the loose ball to Polsky, an unlikely handball receiver. So Power combined with Miller. He's awkward kick in the Johnson direction. Gathered cleanly, but he was held up by Howard. There'll be a ball up on True Centre Wing broadcast side. And we've got some action over here, which is terrific. Ball up. That one by Van Meel. Just knocked it to ground. Power. And Cairns take the ball to ground for a ball up. Ball up. Van Meel, hopeful, just hit it to a blind space. But as is so often the case around stoppage as a rule, half a dozen players, half a dozen Seagulls fighting over the one chip. Ball up, tap one by Van Meel. Guthrie was clean. Right foot kick to Doyle. Oh, just went over his head. It was a bit awkward. He didn't pick it up early enough, but his pressure was good. Holding the ball. So Doyle was in slow motion there momentarily at the first contest, and then he fast forward to the next and got the reward. A chance to put these salmon boots to work. He'll kick from 50. Take his best. He missed the Lions round 2 loss to Darley. Just managed and given the extra week off. Cameron, he too missed that. Fair to say, full strength Sunbury today. Doyle from 50. Plenty on the kick. He got the journey. It's just off to the right. Somehow it was kept in. The spoil was meant to go through the behinds, but come off the opposite side of the fist. Free kick. It's going to go to the big fella Johnson. Go back and have a shot on goal here for his pressure. Rewarded by the umpire. So he was the beneficiary of an advantage goal in that opening term, so he has an opportunity to add. So last year in the Goulburn Valley League, he kicked multiple goals in all but one of his club games. Kicks on its way. It was a nice drop punt, but it was left and always left. And a minor score. Sunbury's first of the afternoon. A let off for Sunbury. Call it a let off apiece in the opening 5 minutes. Margin back to the quarter time difference of 10 as Merritt gets the ball beyond 50. Excellent grab there from Howard. Is he told to play on by the umpire? Lowered the eyes and just turned it over. That's a poor kick from the up and coming key back. A rebound opportunity. Geez, you really need your fair share of the ball on this ground. Otherwise, it's pretty gassing, chasing tail all afternoon as Sutton sends the ball in the McLean direction. Hugh did well. The McLean kept his feet. Fired the hand pass out and knew it. It's going to come back. It's going to be a hold. The free kick will go to Q. Margin 10 points. Tick over 6 minutes gone. So Q sends the high up and under kick towards half back. Just an extra kick here at Sunbury. They send the ball deep into attack. Just ricocheted to ground. Under the pump hit. An excellent blind turn there from Q. And he sent the right boot out, but Guthrie just outpointed Kenny on that occasion. He can lower the eyes and turn it over. Kick meant for Doyle, cut off by Geordie Johnson, who read it off the boot. And he'll just take his time and endeavour to chip it around a little bit like Sunbury do on this big ground. Rodamaronis will go high along the line into the breeze. And out of bounds, said the umpire. Pucker was off to the races there. That speed. Beyond outer side centre wing, but still 100 yards away from goal, such is the size of this ground. Throw in. That one by Van Meel to ground, only as far as Newitt. Guthrie, second attempt, gathered, got it to Parker. He found power. He went by hand to Wood. His left foot kick. It's poor. Bit of perceived pressure creeping into this game as Johnson sends a high, slow ball out the direction of Lavery. Made it difficult for him. He overran it in the end. Gallant, excellent sidestep there from Wood to Miller. Got the overlap. Egan. Well, he knew the East Point pressure was coming. Just a little prematurely as he just took his eyes off it. But no damage done. Stoppage. Good pressure there from Q. And he's started well. Ball up. Canny. Dispossessed. Shark there by Cameron. Sent the ball forward. Had more time than he thought. No composure from the Coburg VFL listed midfielder. And the rebound from Q again. It's okay. And it'll be Merritt with his 3-iron to broadcast centre wing. Was touched on the way through to Brown, who got it over the back to Hucker, who ran to 50, took a bounce, Lieber in pursuit, a second bounce from Hucker, runs into goal. Lucky to score in the end. Wow, somehow the ball is ended up 40 metres left of the left-hand goalpost. Whack some Benny Hill music behind that in the highlights, Elijah. As the ball comes back into play to Gallant, and the kick was safe. Gee, East Point really needed that goal. That is a bad miss, with all respect to young Hucker. So Wood with the left foot kick. Q leading the race for the ball. Good work from Eels at ground level. Got it to Newitt, who found Guthrie, who conceded some ground, but it was okay in the end. And Brown just gave him a little tickle. Think of Riley. He'll go with the right boot to broadcast centre wing. Went over the back. Sharkwell there by Land. Had to be quick. Got boot to ball. Dribbling ball out towards half forward. And Hamish Thompson hoping to see it over the line. Gallant under his hammer. Hamish Thompson, the first goal scorer for the Kangas this afternoon, which came halfway through that opening term. Yeah. Travel legs. I'm not sure it's a thing, but maybe it's just a Sunbury at Sunbury thing. Tap won by Van Meel. Jansen knew it. They got it to Miller through traffic. Egan somehow got boot to ball towards the attacking 50. Jeffrey or Matty Johnson could have raffled it. Jeffrey gathered, put Jones under the pump. And hit solidly at ground level. Oh, he's been pinged. Yeah. Not sure about that, but the umpire was in the perfect spot, just metres away from that. Maybe Jones dragged it in. That's the only way you could pay that. So it'll be McLean, who was quick to swarm on that. Another example of the fumbly nature of East Point in this opening half, which is rare given their 20 wins from their last 24. Now McLean, high kick, plenty of it. Used the breeze and used it well. Terrific kick from McLean. And that breaks a little bit of momentum that East Point was starting to have in the game whilst not getting the result on the scoreboard. That'll hurt. For an opportunity gone begging at one end. And now the conversion of McLean at the other restores the separation of the Lions in this second term to a handy 15-point lead. I wonder how my 12-goal tip will go here today. I'm tipping the winners will need 12. Ball up. Back at the restart. Egan wanted a hold. He could have got another one in the end. And now he's forced to apply the tackle on Johnson, who was pushed in the back. Yeah, just the momentum that Johnson had going forward made it difficult for Egan to complete the tackle without infringing. So Johnson chips it high and wide. Brown, look out. Oh, Gallant just, again, maybe depth perception from here. Gallant didn't impact body or ball in that contest, and Brown just marked uncontested. Be interesting to see whether Brown reciprocates if it happens to work out the other way as this match of the round unfolds. So Johnson gets it back from Brown and went inside 50. Beautifully read off the boot. Nice grab taken there by Lever. But Tentinello's going to take the free kick. Must have happened before the mark. So Tentinello with ball in hand will look for options. So East Point clearly a little bit more accountable behind the ball. So he goes to outer side. Out the McLean direction. Loose ball opportunity for Slater, who couldn't gather the swarm of players around the footy. The result in a ball up. Attacking side of centre wing. Outer side of the ground for East Point. Stolen by Slater. Tumbling ball forward. Foot race on. Riley's got some support. He just needs to pick it up sometime today. Was in the end. Got it to Gallant. It was a slow handball. Held to him in the end. There'll be a ball up. So a chance of East Point to impose themselves in their front half. Still goalless in this term. Not dissimilar to that opening term that took them a while to post a major. Knew it across the body. Bouncing ball. Ended up in the hands of Laborie. High up and under kick. Romerell in front. Could hang on to the mark. Pressure from Lever on Romerell. Will result in a ball up 45 metres out from the East Point goal. So Geordie Johnson's gone deep into the goal square. Tentinello won't be enjoying that moment. Will embrace the challenge, no doubt. And no real ascendancy out of that stoppage. We'll get a copy-paste version Sunbury 31, lead each point, 16. Martin was 10 at quarter time. It's now 15. Sunbury with the only goal of the term. Going the soccer along the ground was Miller. Only as far as Hiscock. Kick across the body. Not for the first time today. The right foot kick is being cut off. And an opportunity here for Thompson. Go back and have a shot on goal for his second of the afternoon. Need to make Sunbury pay on the back of turnover on this ground. And this is as good a chance as any. Confidence should be up. He's already got a goal to his name. And another opportunity presents for East Point to narrow the margin. Kicks on its way. Has the accuracy. No mistake from Thompson. Amazing what a bit of confidence will do, especially in front of goal. And they square away that McLean goal with Thompson's second of the afternoon. East Point's third. And they stay in touch here at the Clark Oval. So they're going to have to find unlikely sources to goal in the absence of McDougall, who kicked 37%, or 10 of 27 of their goals last year against Sunbury. So Hamish Thompson has 2. We're back to a 9-point ball game here at the restart. No ruckman, contain the ascendancy. Quick hands fight out there by Cairns. Oh, look out! Pressure was good from behind. Holding the ball against Johnson. Umpire called play on. I'll get the advantage through Power. He sent the ball into attack. Good use of the body by Johnson. How will it sit for the big fella? Well, it didn't. And then Jones just socketed it over the line. And Johnson just reminding the umpire, hey, it happened in the first quarter. Why not that one? Sunbury won't mind where the ball is. Left forward pocket here. And a slight breeze going to the left of screen, their way in this second term. Margin 9 points, 17.5 minutes gone. Loose ball opportunity. Ballarat couldn't gather, Guthrie could. So he's been good with the playing ground ball. That one went through his hands, unfortunately. Jeffrey, look out! Holding the ball. Yeah, they've just needed a second, third touch, East Point, to get it done. And more often than not, has opened the door for Sunbury to apply the necessary pressure to either dispossess East Point or, in this case, are holding the ball against. So it'll be Guthrie, who is a good kick of the footy. He's seen McLean with the high up and under. Let the breeze get hold of it. Guthrie should copy that. He does. Now it'll be about the accuracy. He's bending, and it's good enough. Sunbury get their 6th and some reward for their efficiency on goal. They're 6-1, 37. And that goal coming on the back of another touch of the fumbles from East Point. So Guthrie becomes Sunbury's 5th goal scorer of the afternoon. Joining Cook, who kicked 2, Newitt, Johnson and McLean, 1 apiece. $15-point ball game. Near 19 minutes gone here, second term. The FNL match of the round. Beautiful day here at Sunbury. Ball up. Again, no ruckman can impact. Guthrie went the volley out of mid-air. Went about 8 metres. Johnson had time to run onto it. Didn't get a great deal of support. Told to play on, said the umpire. Chance here for Sutton. His loose hand pass ended up in the hands of Geordie Johnson. Loose ball opportunity here for the youngster there in Lavery. Got it to Brown. He's got Molan on his outside, but he elects to own it himself, and he's hit the post. Yep, Molan just a little disappointed. The handball was not fed. We've seen how dangerous Molan can be. around goal, especially in general play. Now another let off there for Sunbury, margin 14. So the wood kick is a worm burner, made it difficult for Sutton, who went to ground. I get a free kick for a push. Sunbury's perennial leading goal kicker goes wide to Muir. He's forced to go by hand to Power, who's covered the ground better than anyone today. Right foot kick along the line in the Ampolsky direction. Good spoil there from Ampolsky. Didn't get it out, though. Chance here for Ampolsky, who got it towards Newitt. Right foot kick inside 50. Ground ball opportunity. East need to be good here. The right foot kick comes broadcast side, and it'll sit up for Molan. He'll have to get it done inside the defensive 50 for East Point on this occasion. And the short kick is good. Get it back to Molan. They've gone there, but they'll go to Johnson. The kick from Willems. Kick to centre wing from Johnson was good. Found Cairns. He'll go forward. Oh, Brown wasn't... he wanted another kick before it got to him. And that message not picked up by Cairns. So the rebound through the hands of Doyle. They've got numbers again, Sunbury. And Polsky's one of them, the big fella. Dribbling ball. Got to the advantage of Sutton to Power again. He coughs it up. Now they've got numbers East Point. Thompson, inside 50. Brown. Now they'll go back and have a shot on goal here. Of course, in the absence of McDougall, who was in Noosa at a wedding against Bacchus Marsh in that brought forward round 4 game at Manningley Park. Brown kicked 4 goals in the second half to finish with BAG honours. And the unofficial crown of Mr. April amongst the Kangaroo Court. That'll be Jacob Brown. Chance to atone the previous miss. I keep a good man down. Brown gets his first on the goal front I'm referring to. He's 1 goal 2 now. Does Brown, and again highlighting his versatility. Front, back, and got it done. Probably does owe Molan a beer though, in fairness. Molan, they wouldn't have got him. And keep within distance. 4-5-29 East Point. Charles Sunbury 6-1-37. 8-point ball game. Got a game on here. Time on second term. Back at the restart. Loose ball. Impressed with Ampolsky. Second swing at it. Got it to Sutton. Clearance inside 50. Danger here for East Point. Johnson, the big fella. Howard in pursuit. Johnson went to ground before the ball spewed out in the Parker direction. Lant kept running, gathered, took on the tackle of Fraser, and he's ridden into the ground and carried over the line for a boundary throwing. So 2 goals apiece in this second term. Boundary throw-in. It'll be Johnson and Van Meel to contest this ruck deal. Johnson at the back. An almighty swing at it. Chance for Rodamoronis. He went by hand. Look out! Matty Johnson just got ball to boot. Falling over there was Muir. Opened the door for Brown. This time he went by hand. Got it to Cairns. There's another 2 or 3 kicks away. He can just chip it over the top if he likes to. Molan, but he was burned again. He went the longer option. And the kick was good and found the youngster Hiscock. So Hiscock, an opportunity to get East Point back within 2 points. Directly in front, the youngster. Kicks on its way. Makes no mistake, and back-to-back goals for East Point. They're within 2 points here at the Clark Oval. So it's, East are going to be in for the fight. Can Sunbury sustain 4 quarters of high-level footy? Given they rank 6th in the comp for quarters 1, despite their number 1 ranking for average points per game. 3 goals to 2 in favour of East Point in this term. Ironically, more goals kicked to the right of screen into the breeze than with it in this opening half. Tick over 25 minutes gone. 2 points separate the sides. Chance for Cameron, falling forward, but kept his feet. Dribbling ball to Doyle. Had to stop, prop, wait under it. He was held up by Merritt. There'll be a ball up on broadcast. Half forward. An ordinary attempt to get the ball back to the umpire there from Doyle. Ball up. Van Meel. Couldn't impact the contest. Power could. He's done that a bit today. Benny press with him. Left foot kick. Right on Q. And Q takes the mark. And he goes short to Johnson. Speak of Geordie. Tries to spear the kick in the Romerall direction. Cather was excellent from Eels. But he was tackled, taken to the ground by Romerall, who read that clean gather well. He was able to execute the tackle without infringing on Eels. So there'll be a ball up here. Tap one by Van Meel. Now this is better. Got it to Rodamaronis, who went wide to the pocket with a territory gain. Well, how do you do there on half forward from Molan? The boundary throw in on half forward for East Point. Time ticking away in this second term. 26 and a half minutes gone. Sunbury lead by 2 points. Stick with us via the BFNL Match Centre. We'll get scores from around the BFNL when they start, given the early 1:15 time slot here today. Chance for Lance. He went to Guthrie. He'll just square it up and turn it over. So Sunbury just a bit off in the last 7 or 8 minutes. Chance for Jones. We went to half forward. Full of confidence. Hiscock. Oh, my God. The kid didn't do much wrong, I didn't think. So he gave away a free kick in that marking contest. And he was right to think that that whistle was meant for a mark. And then he sent the ball deep forward. But it was Sunbury's free kick. And given he released the ball by foot, he's been penalised 50 metres. And it's Hannett with ball in hand. Geez, I tell you what, if there was anybody within range from beyond range, it's this man. But he goes into the pocket in the Sutton direction. Guthrie, got it. Just read it better than the defenders and the Lions forward Sutton. Guthrie got it at the highest point. Able to mark near uncontested in the end. Some footy IQ on display there from the former North Melbourne VFL listed talent. Guthrie, late goal here, be handy for Sunbury. Get that 8-point lead back. Kicks on its way. Let off. So Guthrie, who kicked Sunbury's last goal of the game. So East Point, they'll get a little bit of confidence out of that missed shot on goal from Guthrie. They're right in it here. 3-point lead to Sunbury. 6-2-38. East Point 5-5-35. 3-point lead to the home side, the Lions, who led by 10 at quarter time. Let's go through the goal scorers for Sunbury. Cook has 2 and 1 each to Newitt, Johnson, McLean and Guthrie. Whilst for East Point, Hamish Thompson has 2 and 1 each to Geordie Johnson, Brown and the youngster Hiscock. Most entertaining game under bright sunny skies here. They're near locked together. It's probably going to be the best game going round the BFNL at the moment. At least it's the only one, given games around the region are expected to start imminently. But it's half-time here. And it's Sunbury with the lead, 6-2-38. East Point 5-5-35. A break and back with the second half action in around 15 minutes' time.
Macca's meets the Minecraft universe with the new A Minecraft Movie Meal. Get one of 6 new collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece Chicken McNuggets with new Nether Flame sauce. Feel like a kid again, only at Macca's.
From this alone, forgotten, can't fake the feeling, curtain fall, final over, rain pouring over me. Exercise, waste no more energy, can't change an outcome. When it's changed, you fear, get over here. Yeah, yeah. Still breathing iron lungs, even no one walks out from this alone. Forgotten, can't fake a feeling, curtains fall, final over, rain pouring over me. Not long till the flip subsides. Waste no more energy, can't change an outcome. When it's changed, you fear, get over here. Yeah,
Knocked off the ball there by McMillan. Chance here for Lewis through traffic. Got ball to boot. High up and over to King. He's got something out of nothing, the youngster. Harvey Lewis, if you don't mind.
Macca's meets the Minecraft universe with the new A Minecraft Movie Meal. Get one of 6 new collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece Chicken McNuggets with new Nether Flame sauce. Feel like a kid again, only at Macca's.
From this alone, forgotten, can't fake a feeling curtain fall. Final over, pouring over me. Waste no more energy, can't change an outcome. When it's change you fear, get over here. Yeah, yeah. Still breathing iron lungs, even no one walks out from this alone. Forgotten, can't fake a feeling, curtains fall. Final over, rain pouring over me. Not long till the flip subsides. Waste no more energy, can't change an outcome. When it's change you fear, get over here. Yeah,
Knocked off the ball there by McMillan. Chance here for Lewis through traffic. Got ball to boot. High up and over Kingy's got something out of nothing, the youngster. Harvey Lewis, if you don't mind. Back to the Clark Oval ahead of the second half action. Most entertaining opening half that saw Sunbury lead at the half by 3 points. Darley 19 lead Ballarat 3. Redan 20 lead Melton 8. Sebastopol 41 lead the Lakers 1 behind. And Bacchus Smash 24 lead North Ballarat 13. Play underway here for the second half action. Each point with a slight breeze, trailed by 2 points. And we'll get a repeat stoppage in the opening seconds. So 3 point lead to Sunbury. Ball up. Loose ball opportunity. Hannah met solidly by Rodamoronis. Stolen there by Power, who's been arguably Sunbury's best. The kick was good and found Sutton. Yet to kick a goal for the game. Well, that won't bother him too much. Poor kick. Turnover opportunity as Cairns gets to the outside to the running Merritt. Had a little bit more time. Just chipped it over the top. Lever got a touch of the fumbles. He's opposing number 4, Brown, ridden into the ground by Gallant. Square away a stoppage here. Bees to a honeypot. 45 metres out from the East Point goal. Ball up, tap one by Ampolsky. Socket off the ground there by Lavery. Gained some important metres to his side. Riley did the mobbing up. Went by hand to Lever. Left foot kick beyond the defensive 50 in front. Sutton. Pay that. Had enough of it. Despite the attention from Ben Thompson. So Sutton goes into the middle of the ground. Fished on it. Fell into the hands of Newitt. Billy Jones in traffic. Coughed it up. Newitt dribbling ball to Cook. Gather was clean. Went with the left hand towards Guthrie, who composed and went boundary side. And he'll chip it okay. To Parker, who looks to play on. Send the ball towards half forward. And a turnover. There's been a number of those today. And Merritt gets on the receiving end. You really get a turnover from Merritt. The kick was good and found Rodamoronis. So Merritt's last half hour of this game has been instrumental to get East Point back within 3 points. So it's Hucker. He missed a sitter in that second term. He need not be reminded. Thankfully, he can't hear me from here. And Guthrie got a fist on that Hucker kick, the safety of the boundary line. So play underway in the other 4 games in the BFNL this afternoon. I'll keep you updated at 3/4 time of this BFNL match of the round between Sunbury and East Point. Plenty more to play out here. Tap one by Ampolsky. Went boundary side. There was enough pressure on the ball to see it over the line for a boundary throw-in. So both sides just finding their feet in what was, well, to most of us, an abbreviated half-time break. Throw in, tap one by Polsky. Cairns couldn't steal it from Power. Jones went to ground. Should have been a free kick to Sunbury there off the ball, but the umpire called play and they go inside 50. Loose ball. Brown. Cross the body. Oh, 1 goal, 3 for Brown today. A let off for Sunbury. Margin now 2. So I tipped Sunbury during the week on the presser to win by 2 points today. So Gallant goes with the right boot to half back. Sunbury got numbers. They combine. Power gets on the end of it. Been good today. It's one of the few players that have been able to find space. The kick let him down. Turnover. Kick goes to centre wing. And found Cairns, who went into the middle of the ground to Rodamoronis. So the Jeffrey kick to Cairns, to Rodamoronis, to the attacking 50. He's trying to link up despite an outnumber. Hucker did well, chipped it over the top. Ball knocked away there from Lavery. Grand ball opportunity for Brown. Fired the hand pass out. Cairns, shot out of nowhere. every right to have a dizzy spell with that shot on goal. As seemed to rotate, but just hit it at the wrong time. The ball will come back into play through Hannah. Beautiful kick of the footy for Gallant. Just threaded the needle, that Hannah kick. In between two East Point players. And Gallant didn't let him down. Miller did, though. He's got a chance to do his own mopping up. Went by the left hand. As they combine here. That hand pass from Riley missed the target. Made it difficult for Tendanello. Rodamaronis at ground level. Doing some hustling. Power was clean. Pressure was good from Rodamaronis. And the umpire says, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up. So a bit of feeling creeping into this top four clash between these two sides. Each point undefeated with 4 wins. Sunbury 3-1. So the battle of the heavyweights today. Kenny shoveled it out, did well to Johnson with the outside of the right boot to the attacking 50. Lever couldn't pick it up. He'll get a hold. We'll come back to Lever. Chance to steady the ship. Take a bit of air out of the game. We'll get a bit more into it. Take your pick. So he runs away. Indecisive. Left foot kick from the defensive 50. It's going to be cut off. Thought Howard had a bit of it, but he didn't bring down the mark. Cook tried to get, didn't get enough purchase on the hand pass. Turnover opportunity for Thompson. He gave it back to Sunbury, really, to Lever. He gave it to Power again. Brought his own footy today, Power. Kick to half forward, down the ground, free kick. Undisciplined act there from East Point. Allow Sunbury to wheel and go through Sutton, who got it to Johnson. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal here. A chance to kick the first goal of the third term. It's taken the best part of 7 minutes to get done. 2-point lead to Sunbury. Sunbury had registered 1 more point than East this year. Heading into this game. So it was always going to be tight. And Johnson makes the most of a second opportunity on goal. He has 2 goals won today. Of course, he missed that set shot in that second term. But a goal in the opening term through an advantage in general play. Has been matched by a set shot on goal for the big recruit to Sunbury. So we're back to an 8-point ball game. 7.5 minutes gone. Anybody's game. Can Sunbury sustain the level for 4 quarters? Egan, high up and under kick. Barely go the required. Chance for Willems. Couldn't gather. Through traffic went Matty Johnson. Clever to Lavery. They got it to the outside. To Willems. To Merritt. They got it into the right hands. Kick meant for Rodamaronis. Went through his hands. Excellent play there by Cairns. I think he was tackled, taken to the ground, and Pink for holding the ball. So Lever. Hit up Doyle. We'll get onto that left. Kick was okay to Egan. He too will want to get onto that left. He does, and he caught one for his trouble. I'm not sure it was high, because it was around the waistline. And 50 for descent against Geordie Johnson. I'm just guessing, but Geordie was the only one in the vicinity of that umpire. So Gallant with ball in hand on half forward. Will look to go into the pocket. Johnson on the lead. Couldn't hang on to the mark, the big fella. Round ball opportunity for Cook. Back to Johnson. Ran boundary side. Onto the right boot. Sent them into attack. There's a grab. Taken there by Newitt on the goal line. So he too can match his first goal achievement of a goal with his second. Just metres away. Skillful player. Shouldn't trouble him. Chance to get the margin. Back to 14. So the goals continue into the breeze here. That's nearly dropped to little or no influence. So Newitt gets his second. So he joins Johnson and Cook with 2 each. McLean and Guthrie, 1 apiece. Thompson 2. Geordie Johnson, Jacob Brown, and the youngster Hiscock, one each for East Point. Just been a little bit off their tucker today, East. Credit to Sunbury. Powers had a big day. Back at the restart. 2 unanswered for Sunbury in the opening minutes of this third term. Here goes Geordie Johnson. Clever hand pass to himself. Got a favourable bounce. Ran to half forward. Sent the ball deep into attack. Loose ball opportunity for Kenny. Went to ground. Going to get a free kick here for a hold. And Kenny, from point blank range, would fear he can have to lose his eyesight to miss this. He'll just chip it over the top and get one back for the Kangas. We've got a 6-point ball game. So Kenny gets his first on the back of that hold free kick. And the margin continues to fluctuate between inside a goal and 15 points here. Tight game. And it was to be expected. We've got an 8-point ball game. All up. Niels will give him that tap. Only as far as Johnson, though, through traffic. Forced to check and go lateral. The kick was okay to Merritt, whose distribution by foot has been a leading example, not necessarily followed by East Point today. Brown shoveled it out, meant for Lavery. Big fella gathered cleanly. Chance here for Cairns, who sent the ball forward. Ryder Moronis over the back to Hiscock. Kick around the body. Oh, he's hit the post. Gee, he was clean and he was aware and he was composed. Beyond his years there, Hiscock. Nearly a superb finish on the non-preferred left as Hannett will laconically bring the ball back into play and look for a play to come at him. But he's content to chip it over the top to Muir. So Muir, bereft of option at the moment. It's told to play on by the umpire. So we'll go inboard, back to Hannett. Safe hands. And go short. To Tendanello, who goes wide to the outer side. Parker didn't bend. Open the door for Jeffrey. Kicked it into Parker. Jeffrey got it back. Gave it towards Hiscock. Confidence up. Sent the ball forward. Brown could have been pushed. Umpire call play on. Knew it. Squaring kick out of defence was good. Lowered the eyes and found Muir, who went towards half-back. Well read there by Johnson. Just ushered Thompson out of the contest. Good chase from Geordie Johnson. The kick forward. It's been well cut off there. Read well off the boot there by Howard. And he'll go short to Johnson. The cop one for his trouble. Wanted the 50, Johnson, but denied. He'll go short and hit up Willems. 7-point ball game here. East Point with ball in hand. They trail. 13 and a half minutes gone. Third term, tight game. Molan. Gee, it's a busy chessboard out there at the moment. Umpire says to Molan, play on. Kick to half forward will favour Lever. Went through his hands. Ryder Moronis caught one high. Oh, he's picked for holding the ball. He missed the first one, the up. He got the second one. So Lever will go short to Power. To Doyle. And he'll continue with the trend to outer side half back to Hannett, who looks for an option. And sent it out and found Miller. It was a good kick. Doyle presents. Ignored there by Miller. Not sure where to go. It'll go to the pocket. It was a poor kick in the end. Didn't give Sutton much hope. And Merritt has ball in hand. The kick was good and found Molan on halfback. So he'll just chip it wide to Merritt. So it wasn't Merritt, that original kick. My apologies. It was Matty Johnson, in fact. So now it's Merritt. Send it to half forward. Through the hands of Muir. It was met solidly. Umpire called play on. Now a chance here for Newitt, who lowered the eyes and found power. Got it again. Went by hand towards Doyle, who found Polsky. Back to Doyle. Left boot, inside 50. Sutton kept his feet. Jeffrey tackled, taken to the ground by Sutton. Lawfully said the umpire there'd be a ball up 55 metres out from the Sunbury goal. Who've led all day. They lead by 7. East Point just won't go away. Q out of the congestion. Kick with the outside of the right boot. Territory gain. East Point will be happy with that. They'll get a restart on true centre wing out of side. So Redan started well against Melton, as Redan did against Sunbury here a few weeks ago. Redan 20, leading Melton 8. Sebass off to a flyer against the Lakers, 41-1. Darley 19, Ballarat 3. There's the throw-in. Tap one by Polsky. Only as far as Cairns. Molan provided the support, but Power was there again. They went back by hand to Parker, who found Doyle. So Doyle's running ability should have an impact the longer this game goes. So Muir on halfback. Helicopter kind of kick out in the direction there of Egan, but the umpire's picked out a hold here. It's going to go to Fraser. So now it's Fraser's turn. Even the Birds have taken an interest in this game, such is the close nature of the affair. There's one on top of the goalpost at the moment, if you don't mind. High up and under kick to half forward. Lavery in front, decided to go to the spoil. Gallant was hopeful. Got away with it in the end. Muir. Wood. Left foot kick, standing start. Good effort there from Polsky to affect the spoil on Thompson. Merritt, dispossessed. Lant nearly got away with the soccer there, but the ricochet favoured Hucker. So a couple of 50-50s going East Point's way. General play, that kick had to be good. And it was one of the best of the day. Thompson, poor hand pass. Cairns made it look better than what it was. How good was that handball to Johnson? And he found his opposing number 7, Muir, on the defensive 50 for Sunbury. He'll go short to Doyle. So, as casual as ever. Doyle will go short, no doubt. Went about 3 metres, that kick. Now Power again, who's had way more than anyone else. Put McLean under the pump and gone. No. And there'll be a ball up. Yeah. A few of the supporters just debating that decision. Johnson could have gone by the left hand there to Jones, but he went inboard to Thompson. Turnover opportunity here for Sunbury. Will it sit for Guthrie? Yes, it will. That's a clever kick. Oh, it's just bounced off the chest of Lant. It's bounced over the line for a boundary throw-in, and Jones just reminding him. Seven-point lead to Sunbury. 18.5 minutes gone. Now Guthrie read it well. Couldn't get away from the tackle. Knew it. And passed to space. And Polsky did well for a big man. Gathered and got the handball to Cameron and went to half forward. Land in front. Jones at the back went to spoil. Lant went to ground. Now he's in trouble. And umpire will come in and ball it up. So the tip at the start of the game, a 12-goal game will win it. I had Sunbury by 2 points. So I'm having a bit each way there. Chance for Newitt. Clearance out of the stoppage. Sends Sunbury forward. Sutton in front. Did a lot right, but couldn't mark the footy. There'll be a ball up 40 metres out from the Sunbury goal. So a 3-point lead to Sunbury at half-time has been extended to 7. There'll be a free kick to East Point there for a high against Newitt. On Kenny. So Kenny looks for an option. He'll go in the Cairns direction. He's a good player, good accumulator. Cairns. And he goes along the line to Lavery. Bouncing ball. Gallant. Geordie Johnson. Geordie went to ground, tried to get it out to Lavery. 4-on-2. Somebody got numbers. Cook went through traffic. Evasive. Did well. Short kick was good and found Cameron. So Cameron will chip it over to Tendinello. Wasn't sure whether Tendinello was calling for that. He just looked like he was looking to play a support role down the ground. So Tendinello will go towards Sutton. Umpire called play on as both players went to ground. Eels couldn't gather. Johnson shoveled it out to Van Meal. He too couldn't gather. Lant just clean bowled Kenny. Chance for Howard. Shoveled the hand pass out. Gathered well there by Jeffrey now. He got it to Willems, who ran to centre wing. Now they've got the overlap here, East Point. Can they make it count? They link up by hand. Romerall just got it onto the boot. Old-fashioned talk. Got a bit of it. Not sure he meant it. Gained about 25 metres for his side. And a boundary throw-in as players get an opportunity to get some air into the lungs. 50 metres around from the East Point goal, who trail by 7 points here. Tick over 21 minutes gone, third term. So East Point have won 20 of their last 24 games. Sunbury have won 13 of 21 under Matty White. Boundary throwing. Ground ball. That was well done by Gallant. Well done for doing nothing, but he went to go the soccer, but the hands of the East Point player went on the footy, so he bailed out. Did well. Lavery. Chance here for Brown. Look. It's a goal. Now Brown gets his second, and he gets the Kangas back within a point. Brown has 2 goals, 3 to his name. And that one just came off the boot nicely. One point separates these two sides. Just on spec. I think Sunbury have had more ball. But East Point have had 14 shots on goal to 10. So, but they do go short a lot, Sunbury. They're not a long kicking team. So you can get behind the ball. Here goes Guthrie out of the middle. He's had another accumulating day, and he puts it out in front. Beautifully weighted kick to Miller. Ran to 50. Overcooked the kick. Dangerous spot, though. Look out, McLean. Could have been held on by call. Play on. Second effort. Across the body. High up and under. Won't quite get the journey. Couldn't take the mark. Open the door. Oh, it has hit the post in the end. Can you believe it? Two-point ball game. Sunbury 51. Each point 49. All comes back into play. Out in the Fraser direction. Good use of the body. Did all but take the mark in the end. Forced to go the soccer. Tedinello taken to the ground there. Legally, said the umpire, there'll be a ball up. Swinging a miss from Van Meal. Eels wanted the push, denied. Newitt gathered, tackled by Johnson, taken to the ground. There'll be a ball up. (51 plays 49 in favour of Sunbury. Miller, quick hands. Got it to Hannett. They went by hand to Guthrie. How about that kick? Just had too much weight on it for Lant. That was a hot catch in the slips, and he's put it down. But he dribbled the ball forward along the ground towards the attacking 50. Johnson spent it before he had it. Loose hand pass. Couple of errors coming into the game. Lant was clean with the gather. Sent the ball forward. Coming out there was Egan who caught one high. Go back and have a shot here. from just outside 50. Get to kick a goal today, Egan, after his 5-goal haul last week. So not beyond him. Sort of like him shooting for goal more so in general play. He's got some momentum through the ball over a set shot, but happy to be proved wrong here. So a kick from 50. Kick's on its way. It's off to the left. It stayed left. And through for a minor score. Sunbury's fourth of the afternoon. 8-4-52. They lead each point 7-7-49. And we're back to the halftime margin of 3 points in favour of Sunbury. So Merritt will assume the kick-in duties. The trusty boot goes beyond half-back. Beautiful kick. Geez, it's nearly on out of centre wing. Foot race on, gathered by Wood. Turned onto his favoured left foot. Sent the ball towards half-forward to no one in particular. Howard got an uncontested gather. Awkward-looking kick. Turned over there to Gallant, who sent the old-fashioned talk forward. Only as far as Merritt. So, gee, outside of that Merritt kick back into play, there was a couple of frustrating disposal execution from both sides. Kick to out of centre wing. Sharkwell there by Cairns. Rode the tackle, got it to Johnson. Clever little kick inboard was meant for Jeffrey. Muir went by hand to Doyle. Just kicked across the body. Kick forward. Good use of the body there by Van Meel as they combine here. Back to Merritt. And the kick was terrific. Found Geordie Johnson. Tumbling left foot, right foot kick towards half forward. Went through in the hands of Jeffrey. Chance for Lavery. Where's the support? It comes through Cairns, who went to the top of the goal square looking for Brown. Dribbling North and Alpha. Each pointer in front here at the Clark Oval. So Cairns gets his first. Gee, they have a lot of ball, Sunbury. They just don't put you away. And I know they're playing East Point. Number one scoring team in the comp. Top 1, 2 and 3 for everything. Bar quarters one. They're just sixth in the comp for quarters one. That's the anomaly amongst those positive numbers for Sunbury. And East Point have the lead here. They lead by 3 points. Time on. Third term. Sunbury need a response now. Eels with the tap. Loose ball. And again, some momentum for East Point heading into the final break here at three-quarter time. An excellent running finish from 50 from Cairns. They've got a favourable bounce and it rolled through for a goal. East Point lead for the first time this afternoon, 8-7-55. Sunbury 8-4-52. 3-point lead. So the 3-point deficit is now for East Point has now become a 3-point gain with a tick over 30 minutes of playing time remaining. What a great game of footy. 3-point lead. What a turnovers though. Backer Smash 35 lead North Ballarat 13. So the Cobras looking good on Mars. We'll go around the grounds and check some other scores for you before we take our final break. Redan 29, Melton 21. North, as we touched on, 26, Packer 49. Sebastopol 60, Lake Windaree 8. Darley 32, lead Ballarat 9. But we've got a game on here under sunny skies at the Clark Oval. It's East Point who refuse to give in. They lead by 3 points after they trailed at quarter and half time here on Sunbury's home deck. A break and back with the final quarter action in FNL's match of the round in around 5 minutes' time.
Macca's meets the Minecraft universe with the new A Minecraft Movie Meal. Get one of 6 new collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece Chicken McNuggets with new Nether Flame sauce. Feel like a kid again, only at Macca's.
From this change an outcome. When it's change you fear, get over here. Yeah, yeah. Still breathing iron lungs, even no one walks out from this alone. Forgotten, can't fake a feeling, curtains fall, final over. Rain pouring over me, not long till the flip subsides. Waste no more energy, can't change an outcome. When it's change you fear, get over here. Yeah,
Knocked off the ball there by McMillan. Chance here for Lewis through traffic. Got ball to boot. High up and over to King. He's got something out of nothing, the youngster. Harvey Lewis, if you don't mind. Welcome back here to the Clark Oval for the climax. The final term action not far away here. East Point lead for the first time in a break for the afternoon. They lead by 3 points after they trailed by 3 at the half. What have Sunbury got? And East Point, they're used to these big game moments, East Point. Loose ball opportunity. Willems had it stolen from him by Billy Jones. Ball held to him. First goal all important. It'll give East Point their biggest lead of the game, or it'll give Sunbury back the lead. Ball up. Chance for Power, who's been instrumental. Hurry kick forward. McLean got a bad bounce. Jones. Hand pass to Merritt, who's been very good. Right foot kick to half forward. Lever underneath it. Connecting on. Look out. Brown's got it. Centered forward. Out the back. Foot race on. Chance for Johnson. Cross the body. Oh. Hit the post. 4-point lead. Long kick out of the fence was a beauty. Now that's a bit better from Sunbury. A longer ball. Now right foot kick comes broadcast side to half forward to Laird. Well, he goes one way, then the other. Ran away from Jones. He's got some toe. Sutton. The poor kick didn't really favour the key forward. Laird kept running, got involved again, couldn't gather. Bit of stacks on. There'll be a ball up 35 metres out from the Sunbury goal. At the restart. Ground ball. Shark there by Q. Tumbling kick. Just went beyond the required. Fell into the hands of Willems. So Slater off the ground, injured. So they're down a man. Kick goes out in the direction of Romeril, who read it well. Just needs to feed the hand. But the vice-like grip was fantastic. There from Ampolsky. Like a spider, grabbing a bug in the web. That tap fell to Cameron, who loves to run and carry and sent the ball forward. It's going to make it hard for Sutton again. But at the back, look out, what a grab. Excellent grab there from Egan. We'll go back and have a set shot here. And what a value add for Sunbury is Jake Egan with his ability to push forward and hit the scoreboard. So a chance here to get the lead back for Sunbury. Goal here will have them 2 points in front. Egan's approach is safe. And he threads it straight through the middle. And Sunbury are back in front here at Clark Oval. And the crowd are starting to get involved. Some tension, some positive tension in this game. That's why we love it so much. It's been a real battle between the arcs. Just the execution on this big ground with a swirly breeze under pressure that you get in these top four contests has been prevalent throughout. Merritt's probably been the most efficient player on the ground. And Power probably had more of it than anyone. Back in the middle, 3.5 minutes gone. Final term, Sunbury lead by 2 points. Ball up, and Polsky just tried to get it down to Cameron. Had a couple of early important touches. McLean, leapt forward, couldn't gather. Guthrie, gather was good, got it to Johnson. Ran to 49, and off to the left, through for a minor score. 3-point lead. And Sunbury sustained for the half hour against top quality opposition. At their best over a 15-minute period is really good. Just getting some reward for their output. That will result in a win today if they can get it done. So it'll be Merritt. Will get the ball beyond the defensive 50. And Polsky got an important touch on it. Ground level ball for Lever. Kick was touched. Close up against the boundary line and safely knocked over there by Thompson. There'll be a throw in 49 metres around from the Sunbury goal, who got the all-important first goal of this final term to earn the lead back through Egan. Now it's East Point's turn. See what they've got. Their ability to win the tight ones has been evident, especially with that preliminary final win last year in extra time. Now Guthrie got it knocked away from him. Now Doyle's got Hannett, and he missed him. So Hannett's got to go and get his own ball. Onto the left boot. Kick was terrific. And found Lance to the applause of the crowd. We'll go back and have a shot on goal here. So Hannett, while he's not in the leading couple of disposal winners for Sunbury, he's certainly been arguably their most efficient. On a day like today against top four opposition when it matters most. So Lant, can he finish for Sunbury? Get some separation. Snuck it in, lads. The opening 2 goals of this final term. See Sunbury with a handy lead. Lant becomes the 7th goal kicker for Sunbury today. And they're nearing that, unofficial magic number I declared ahead of the opening bounce of 12 goals. You'd think 2 more would nearly get it done. 6.5 minutes gone. Final term. You can never write off the Kangas, though. And they'll get another opportunity here in the middle of the ground. Lavery's gone in. Won the tap. Loose ball. Guthrie. Little tap. Meant for Eels. Couldn't gather. Now he can, but he was tackled and taken to the ground, and there'll be a ball up. 9-point lead to Sunbury. Guthrie shoveled it out to Power. Got it forward to Egan. McLean. Hand pass it forward to Newitt. They found Lant, who just kicked the goal. Confidence up. Oh, the big fella. Johnson, he spent it before he had it, but somehow it fell into the hands of Sutton. 3 in a row for Sunbury. Sutton gets his first. And becomes Sunbury's 8th goal kicker of the afternoon. Now, what a East Point on the road here at Sunbury. Once they get their tails up, the Lions, they're hard to catch. They lead by 15 points. Near 8 minutes gone, and they've got some reward. 16 shots apiece on goal. 11-5 Sunbury. East Point 8-8. Back at the restart. Lavery again. Only as far as Newitt. They got it to Guthrie. Outside of the right boot. Bouncing ball to half forward. Jones' intent was good. Released the ball. Down into the hands of Matty Johnson. Kick was good. Found Geordie Johnson. They fed the hand pass to Lavery. It was nearly a trip in the end. That's where the tackle ended up, around the ankles. Chance here for Miller. Got a touch of the fumbles. Pressure game. Stoppage imminent. As to the whistle, there'll be a ball up. 8.5 minutes gone. Yeah, we've seen a couple of those lunging tackles at the higher level. Paid a trip in the last couple of weeks. Especially in that Geelong game. Elijah, the smiling cat behind the camera, knows full well I'm a Pies man and still recovering. But Thursday put that loss to the Cats to bed. But that's for another conversation. It's happening in front of us here. Eight 56. East Point trail Sunbury 11-5-71. 9 minutes gone, final term. Chance for Newitt. Met solidly there. Matty Johnson by Damien Johnson. And he's off on his bike, the reigning Hendo medalist. Tumbling kick forward. It's been cut off there by Riley. So a bit of a disappointing, desperate entry there from Johnson. So Riley goes short to Power. He'll go to the outer side of the ground. The kick was good. Found Tentinello. He's got the son to deal with. So he goes along the line to Sutton. He's kept the ball boundary side. Somehow Jones kept it in and they combine. Jeffries back to Jones. Outside of the right boot. Kick meant for Rodamoronis. Jones kept running. Knocked it forward. Pressure good nearly in the back there to Sunbury. Umpire called play on. Chance here for Merritt. Will it sit for him? It does. He just needs some support. He got some through Cairns. Too long, said the umpire. Tentinello. He goes with the right boot along the line. Copy paste to the previous. Now Johnson for Sunbury. Stood up with that aerial. And plays on. Goes at the right foot kick to Cook. He too took a nice overhead mark. So he goes onto the left boot and chips it up in the Sutton direction through his hands. Egan, oh, clever tap to Sutton. Dribbling ball is good. Sutton gets his second. He's been patient with his shots on goal. It's his deepest he's been, in fairness. He gets his second of the afternoon, and he joins Newitt, Cook, and Johnson with 2 apiece. But we're the early crow in footy. But we've hit that 12-goal mark. I think that's going to be enough, but there's more to play out here. I just don't know where East are going to get their goals from. And the Sunbury faithful just giving the Rosenthal fence a workout. Lucky they've made 2 of them. Back at the restart, 19-point lead to Sunbury. Van Meal swinging a miss, power, got it to Egan. They're on top here, Sunbury. Sutton. We go back and have a shot on goal here. Chance to kick his 3rd in a row for Sunbury. He's 3rd for the game. Sunbury's 13th. 19-point lead to Sunbury. That'll be Sutton. They like it, the Lions. They're well on top here. 13-5-83. East Point 8-8-56. So I just texted a note to a colleague at 3/4 time suggesting that Sunbury just can't shake East Point. But I think they have now. What say of East, who had a terrific run of it. Of course, since that big loss in round 1 to Darley last year, just lost to Ballarat for the remainder of the home and away season. Kept Melton to 39 inside 50s in the grand final, but just couldn't get it done. But today belongs to Sunbury. 27-point lead now. Cameron out of the middle. Got plenty on the spiral. Now Sutton, the man of the moment. Knocks it. He caught one over the shoulder, Sutton. He couldn't kick 4 for the term, could he? Well, he could. So, not dissimilar to an area where he had a shot on goal after the siren to beat Melton last year. He went with the old-fashioned torque, and it went sideways. So, I think he's going to do the drop punt here. 50 metres out from goal. It's party time for Sunbury. Kick's on its way. Bending back. Sutton's got 4. Party time at the Clark Oval. You can hear the cans cracking in the outer. The smiles are plenty around the Clark Oval. Especially to this man racing up the grandstand here at the Clark Oval. Sutton has 4. Sunbury have 6 for the term, and we've been playing 14 minutes. It's one of those capable, damaging quarters that Sunbury are capable of. Egan out of the middle. Here they go again. Look out, Sutton. Clever tap. Got it to land. He's got a chance to get onto his right boot. Send it forward. There's 7 for the term. Oh, it's happy hour out on the ground. It's just unfortunate for fans off, but it's not happy hour in the bar. 7 goals to Sunbury. And East, well, I'm not sure they've done much wrong. They just haven't got their hands on the footy. 7 goals, 1 to Sunbury for the term. Each Point 1 behind. They're in turbo mode, Sunbury, at the restart. We'll give that tap to Van Meel. Here goes Egan and the Suns. The Lions again. Left foot kick. Out in the vacant pocket. Chance for Q to go the spoil. They're under the pump here again, the East Point defence. Everything seemingly going right for Sunbury, who found their second or even third wind here today. And what a wind it's been. 7 goals, 1 in this final term. 18 minutes gone. I reckon the 7 goals have been matched with 7 centre clearances. Boundary throw in. Here they go again. Canny, left foot. Right place, right time. Leave up. Onto the left he goes. Into the Sutton direction. Oh! Well, if not a mark, nearly pushing the back of the end and the climbing. Now he's tackled, taken to the ground. It's like a hanger you try and take on your brother in the backyard, that attempt there from Sutton. But they're deep into attack here. They lead by some 7 goals. Egan, cross the body. Hand on heart, 1 behind, says the goal umpire. Oh, what a blitz it's been. They're real force out, Sunbury. How about that for a kick? From Merritt into the middle of the Clark Oval. Only as far as Hannett, though. He'll send the ball back into attack, out in the Sutton direction. Had it knocked away from him by Howard. Loose ball opportunity. Clean gather. Chance here for Doyle on the non-preferred. Gained about 8 or 9 metres, just outside the Sunbury 50. And Polsky couldn't gather. Shoveled it out at ground level there by Sutton. Got it to Doyle. Found space with the hair pass, but Matty Johnson was on the end of it. And Brown with a clever little chip. Found Kenny. So a rare combination of possession for East Point in this final term. So the kick found Rodamoronis. They'll look to move the ball forward. Quickly into the middle of the ground. Parker can run onto this. But Miller was strong, but he just coughed it up. He did a lot right because there was an outnumber of East Point players around. So they'll be happy with the stoppage there on halfback, Sunbury. So not dissimilar to the blitz that Sunbury put together against Ballarat. With that 10-goal quarter, they've booted 7 here at the Clark Oval in 19 minutes. Back at the restart, half forward for East. Van Meel grabbed it out of the ruck. Tumbling kick forward. Excellent discipline spoil on the footy from the Sunbury defence. Speak of Tendinello. Loose ball gather from Johnson. Check side, goes across the pace, and Jacob Brown takes a nice grab for East Point, and he'll go back. Chance to kick his third. Gee, while it was only some 25 minutes ago, Brown was kicking a goal across his body to give Sunbury the lead. Gee, it must feel like an hour ago for East Point. It was Jacob Brown will have a shot on goal here for his third. And he's just off to the left. 2 goals, 4 for Brown today. 15 goals. 696 Sunbury. East Point 8-9, 57. 39-point lead to the hosts after they trailed by 3 points at 3/4 time. Seeing is believing. And I've seen it. Cook. And I believe it. Now I've seen it. So Cook with ball in hand. Goes along the line with the left boot. Kicked 2 goals in that opening term. And that's missed everything. Free kick to Sunbury. It'll go to Newitt. Gee, the sting's gone right out of this game. That 7-goal lashing unanswered from Sunbury. Really just sucked the air right out of it. Lever couldn't hang on to that intercept attempt. Gathered by Wood, who went back to Cook. Went by hand to Hannett. Had a good day. So too is this bloke. Power. High up and under kick to outer centre wing. Been cut off there by Q. He's turned it over a bit, Power, but he's had so much of it. You can just appreciate that contribution today. He's been super. Chance for Rodamaronis. Kicked it to the fat side, and the kick was good and found Geordie Johnson. We'll go back and give the crowd an opportunity to appreciate his X-Factor brilliance. We're going to back him in from here. Despite momentum against the Kangas, this man's a class act. He'll kick from just inside 50. It'll be just about the accuracy. Kick's on its way. He's off to the right. Cop the curse in the end, Johnson. 8-10-58 each point. Trail Sunbury, 15-8-96. 38-point lead to Sunbury after they trailed by 3. Yep, trailed by 3 at three-quarter time. Time on final term. Lever brings the ball back into play to Hannett. So the safe boot of Hannett will go along the line. An all too familiar drop punt in the Eels direction. Had it knocked away from him. And the ball dribbled over the line for a boundary throw in right in front of the East Point coach's box. So we went into this final turn full of hope. Now seemingly bereft of any. The 7-goal blitz from Sunbury in a 14-minute period. It's really turned some heads. Tap won by Van Meel on that occasion. Yeah, it was those back-to-back centre clearances that really provided Sunbury with the opportunity. And 4 goals to Sutton, if you don't mind. It's been a fair term. Now, Rodamaronis wins that clearance for East Point. Sent it to the attacking 50. Good spoil from Lever. Got ball on to boot. Foot race onto the outer side. Parker leads into the race in front of Hucker. He got the support from Gallant. Tied hand pass. Gee, Hucker did well there. Very well indeed. He got East Point back the ball. Did get a bit of help there from Sunbury, but Merritt went to half forward. Loose ball opportunity. Rodamaronis gathered. Now tackled by Cameron. Held up. There'll be a ball up 50 metres out from the East Point goal. Who've managed just 3 behinds in this term. And Sunbury, 7 goals too to put this competition on notice. Whether their best is certainly good enough. Well, there was never really much doubting that, to be honest. It's just all about how long they can sustain that top-end performance. So Newitt out of the congestion. Got it to half forward. Gee, got plenty on that kick. And they're away here. Oh, they almost were. Cut off there well there by Thompson. Who sent it back to outer centre wing. Hannett again. And a rare miss. I speak of the target there in Cook. And the ball rolled over the line for a boundary throw in. So concluding stages here at the Clark Oval. Sunbury 96, East Point 58. A 38-point lead for the hosts. Boundary throw in. Overhead tap from Eels was clever. Got it to Hannett. Cameron tackled. No free kick paid. Umpire let it go. Much to the disappointment there of Cairns. But they'll get the ball back through Hamish Thompson, who kicked 2 goals in the opening half. He went short to Molan, who went lateral to Merritt. So Merritt goes along the line from half back to half. How about the fly from Geordie Johnson, if you don't mind? Umpire just called play on laconically. Seen that all before, but his follow-up work was terrific. He sent the ball forward. Will it sit up for Brown? No. Just rolled off to the left. See, when the game's with you, those things, they just bounce up for you, and they're clearly against East Point. East Point deep into attack. Can they register a goal in this final term. Game is all but over. Chance for Rodder Moronis, who's been pinged for holding the ball. It'll be Cameron again, who's never been far away from the inside action today. He'll go short to Newitt. Cameron will get it back here. Does enjoy the overlap. And they'll be hoping for more of that from Cameron throughout the year, especially in the absence of Cody Bramble, who plays an important link in that Sunbury chain. He's done for the year with a knee injury. Kick along the line. Mopped up there by Merritt and Cairns, who both tried hard for East Point. Egan kept it in when everybody else stopped. And then just kicked it out of bounds on the full. Turnover opportunity here for Guthrie. He got it to Lever, to Power. Been very good. Onto his left, tumbling kick. Out in front of Doyle. He'll just suck some time off the clock and go back and have a shot on goal here. And tell you what, some despondent East Point players, they won't be too disappointed that Doyle's just going to go back and take his time here. So East Point have Melton next week at the Eastern Oval. So that, again, will ask questions. Back-to-back tough games. Doyle off to the left. Good anti-climax in the end. Sunbury's 8th behind of the game. Margin now 40. What happened there? 3-point deficit, half-time, 40-point game. Terrific, Sunbury. So it'll be Merritt. He would have had 30 plus today, Merritt. And so too Power, I was to have a guess. So he brings the ball back into play. Beautiful looking kick. Van Willems just got it in the outstretched hand. So you look to go to the advantage of Lavery, but there's an outnumber in favour of Sunbury. The kick had to be pinpoint, and Wood was the beneficiary. So he can go short to Gallant here if he likes. And 50 metres against Lavery. Not sure for what. For not standing, I imagine. That's a frustrating rule. Whether you're on, you know, whoever you support, to be on the receiving end of that is disappointing. But Brown got over there and gave the youngster a bit of a pat on the back. So Lever from 60. Sutton got it. So it'll be a fair highlights rule if Sutton can drill this, because it would make it goal number 5 in the final term to an individual player, which is an outstanding effort. He kicked 4 of that 7-goal blitz from Sunbury in the opening half of this final term. And a chance for a bag out of nowhere of 5. Kicks on its way, bending back. He didn't let me down. You're off to the real Sutton. 16 goals for Sunbury. And a dominant win here on their home deck in front of home fans. Hope restored for the Lions. Enter Sunbury into the ring as flag contenders in 2025. Sutton with 5 final quarter goals. 16-7, 103. Sunbury, they've brought up the ton. Each point 8, 10, 58. 45-point lead to Sunbury. Each point can only wish for the siren now. Ball up. Call it even. And Polsky's tried hard all day. Right on cue. The siren sounds to end what was, for the most part, an entertaining, even game of footy. But let not discount the entertainment put on by Sunbury in that final term, where they near double their own score. They were 8 goals 4 at three-quarter time and have ended the game 16 goals 7, 103. They booted 8 goals 3 in that final term. They managed 8-4 for the opening three quarters and finished a point shy on that return in the final quarter alone. Each point restricted to 3 behinds. The right team won 16-7, 103. Sunbury have defeated East Point 8-10, 58. Jake Sutton, who had no goals at three-quarter time. Not that that meant zero influence. The supply he got was pretty ordinary at times, often over, missing targets and too much weight on the kick. Didn't give Sutton a real opportunity. But in that final term, they really patched up that efficiency inside 50. And the results, well, they speak for themselves on the scoreboard. Sutton's ended up with a game-high 5 goals, 2 each to Newitt, Cook, Johnson and Lance. McLean, Guthrie and Egan finished with 1 each. Whilst for each point, all in the opening three quarters, Hamish Thompson kicked 2, Jacob Brown 2, finished with 2-4 for the day. And Geordie Johnson 1, Hiscock 1, Kenny 1 and Cairns 1. So all honest with Sunbury in the end. They're able to tidy up their ball use and get full bang for buck in the end. Centre clearance and efficiency going forward told the story late. 16-7, 103. Sunbury have defeated East Point 8-10, 58. A 45-point lead to Sunbury. And they go to 4-1 in the BFNL. They join East Point, who are 4-1. And the likelihood of Darley going 4-1, who lead Ballarat. So, guys, I'll get you a score from around the grounds before we depart a sunny afternoon here at the Clark Oval. Redan 45, lead Melton 28. Sebastopol 67, lead Lake Windaree 35. North Ballarat 39, trailed Bacchus Marsh 61. Darley 45, lead Ballarat 16. Could the kids at Redan hang on against the might of Melton? Time will be the telling of that story. But there's an upset brewing at City Oval. But at the task at hand, honours with Sunbury here at the Clark Oval. Too good for East Point. They were able to, they led at quarter time, half time, before a 3-point deficit would ask questions of what the Lions had left in the tank. And it was an 8-goal final quarter blitz. 7 of those coming in a 15-minute period that you'll see more of in the highlights reel during the week. Congratulations, Sunbury. They go to 4-1, 16-7, 103. 45-point winners over East Point, 8-10, 58. On behalf of the crew, Todd Whelan on the mic, Elijah behind the eyes with the camera. On behalf of the Red Onion Media Group.
Macca's meets the Minecraft universe with the new A Minecraft Movie Meal. Get one of 6 new collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece Chicken McNuggets with new Nether Flame sauce. Feel like a kid again, only at Macca's.
Can't fake a feeling, curtains fall, final over, rain pouring over me, and not long till the floods subsides. Waste no more energy, can't change an outcome. When it changes, you fear, get over here. Yeah,
Knocked off the ball there by McMillan. Chance here for Lewis through traffic. Got ball to boot. High up and over to Kingies. He got something out of nothing, the youngster. Harvey Lewis, if you don't mind.